The Australian 20-cent coin from 1971 holds a special place in the nation's numismatic history. Introduced in 1966 as part of Australia's transition to decimal currency, the 20-cent coin replaced the florin, which had been in circulation under the pre-decimal system. The 1971 issue came during a period of consolidation for the decimal coinage, marking one of the early full-production years after the initial excitement of decimalisation. The coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and continued to feature the iconic platypus design created by sculptor Stuart Devlin, whose artistic work became synonymous with the modern Australian coinage series. Devlin's design depicted a platypus gracefully swimming in rippling water, symbolizing Australia's unique wildlife and the nation's connection to its natural environment. The obverse of the coin featured the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, which had been introduced on Australian coins in 1966 and was used until 1984. The machine portrait showed the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most recognized jewelry pieces. The 1971 20-cent coin was minted in copper-nickel alloy, giving it a silver-like appearance. It measured 28.52 millimeters in diameter and weighed 11.31 grams, the same as other 20-cent coins of the series. Its composition and design made it durable, allowing many examples from 1971 to remain in circulation for decades. Unlike some earlier or later years, there were no mint marks or special varieties known for the 1971 20-cent coin, and it was struck in large quantities for general circulation. This makes it a relatively common issue, but its value to collectors can increase if the coin is found in uncirculated or proof condition, where the details of the platypus design and the Queen's portrait are sharp and fully visible. During the early 1970s, Australia was still adapting to its decimal system, and the 20-cent coin became one of the most commonly used denominations, essential for everyday purchases such as bus fares, snacks, and newspapers. The coin's broad size and weight made it easily recognizable, and its distinctive sound when dropped became familiar in Australian pockets and cash registers. The 1971 20-cent coin also reflects a period of economic and social change in Australia. Decimalisation had simplified trade, accounting, and banking, helping the economy modernize. Coins like the 20-cent piece became symbols of this new, streamlined monetary system. While the coin itself was not commemorative, its production marked the continuation of a national identity expressed through uniquely Australian motifs, rather than the traditional British imagery that had dominated earlier coinage. Over the years, the 20-cent coin design remained remarkably consistent, which has made each year of mintage, including 1971, an important piece in the ongoing story of Australia's decimal currency. Collectors often seek to assemble complete sets of 20-cent coins from 1966 onward, and the 1971 issue serves as a key early entry in that collection. Today, the 1971 Australian 20-cent coin is valued not only for its face value, but for its place in history as part of the first decade of decimal coinage. Its enduring design by Stuart Devlin and its representation of a time when Australia was building a new identity through its currency make it a small but meaningful artifact of national heritage. The 1971 Australian 20-cent coin stands as an important artifact from a fascinating period in Australia's economic and cultural development. When decimal currency was introduced in 1966, the Australian people were transitioning from the British-style pounds, shillings, and pence system that had been in place since colonial times. The introduction of decimal currency was one of the biggest monetary reforms in the nation's history, modernizing the economy and aligning it more closely with international systems. By 1971, Australians had fully adjusted to using coins like the 20-cent piece, which became one of the most popular denominations due to its practicality and durable design. The design of the coin remained consistent with the original 1966 version, featuring the platypus. one of Australia's most distinctive and beloved native animals. The platypus, known for its duck-like bill, webbed feet, and aquatic lifestyle, was chosen to symbolize the uniqueness of Australia's wildlife and environment. The artist behind this iconic image, Stuart Devlin, was an Australian-born goldsmith and sculptor who played a key role in defining the look of modern Australian coinage. Devlin's goal was to create coins that were not only functional, but also artistic expressions of national pride. His work on the 20-cent coin captured motion and life through the swirling water surrounding the platypus, a detail that continues to impress collectors and artists alike. The obverse side of the coin bore the image of Queen Elizabeth II, modeled by British sculptor Arnold Machin. This portrait replaced the earlier effigy used on pre-decimal coins and became a familiar sight throughout the Commonwealth during the 1960s and 1970s. The Queen's portrait on the coin represented Australia's continued ties to the British monarchy, even as the country was developing a more distinct national identity. In 1971, the Royal Australian Mint produced millions of these 20-cent coins to meet the growing needs of the economy. This was a time of expansion and modernization for the mint, which had only been established in 1965 to replace reliance on overseas mints such as those in London and Melbourne. The Canberra-based Royal Australian Mint employed advanced minting techniques, ensuring that the coins were of high quality and consistency. The year 1971 also saw Australia going through broader social and economic shifts. The country was emerging from the post-war era into a more modern, globally engaged economy. The 20-cent coin, though small, played a role in this transformation, circulating daily among Australians from all walks of life, symbolizing a sense of unity through shared national currency. From a numismatic perspective, the 1971 20-cent coin is considered a common circulation issue, but its historical value lies in its representation of early decimal coinage. Coins from this era are often studied for their die varieties, minting errors, and quality of strike. Some collectors have noted minor variations in die wear or minting pressure that can make certain examples slightly more desirable. While no rare mint marks or special issues are known for the 1971 coin, high-grade uncirculated specimens remain collectible, especially those that retain their original mint luster. The metal composition of the coin, 75% copper and 25% nickel, gave it a bright silvery appearance and strong resistance to wear. These qualities helped ensure that the coin could endure decades of use, and many examples from 1971 are still found in circulation today, more than 50 years later. This durability is a testament to both the quality of the minting process and the sound design of the coin itself.